Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the My Friend's Farm series here in, well, it's supposed to be Pallegney in France, but we're still in Saxlingham in the UK. We, if you recall, in the last episode, made a road trip out here to see what our old friend Walter had up his sleeve, and so since that conversation, the original conversation, anyways, about what opportunity he had here, I've had further conversations, some negotiations, and a little bit more light shed on the situation. So actually, I was just. This is a little bit of a bed and breakfast I found right around the corner here, attached to a farm. I was just checking it out. Don't worry, this is not the farm. don't get any ideas. This is not the new farm we're looking at. I was just kind of snooping around a bit. Anyways, they were kind enough to put us up last night, so let's just hop in here. I am still almost out of fuel. Anyways, well, let's go pop back over to the yard one more time just to take a look before we head back to Pallegney. We've got some work to do there before we could even make a final move. I guess I should probably say I think I've made a decision on what we're going to do. It's just ironing out the details. And I think indeed we are going to be making a move here. It's going to involve substantial debt load, but I think the upside is going to be good. Oh, there's the turn. Hopefully there's nobody behind us. No, we're good. The upside meaning that at some point in the future, I still would like to make a run back to North America, ideally Canada, but we'll have to see what kind of opportunities open up for us. But yeah, I think here, despite what will probably amount to a loan in the neighborhood of around $2 million, yeah, choke on that. We will be purchasing, this farm. So I guess when I say negotiations, the farm and the equipment that we saw the last time we were in the last episode are going to run us. I don't have a final number because Walter and I are still sort of throwing that back and forth, but it'll run us somewhere between $900,000 and $1 million, $900,000 and $1 million. So that will leave us with around $1 million, 1.1 money in the bank. But I think in order to make this work, I would probably try to make an offer on this field right here, which currently houses sugar beets and probably many tears. Sugar beets and tears, I think they go hand in hand, right? So, anyways, so this is around $400,000 or $500,000 this field here, but I think it's like 17 acres if I remember correctly. Anyways, that's neither here nor there yet, but. If I was able to put an offer and pick this field up and then purchase this, it would probably leave us with around $500,000 cash. Now that being said, I still have about $170,000 in the bank. So I mean, if we end up with like $500,000 or $600,000 plus all of this to get rolling, then that might not be so bad. We could harvest the sugar beets. I'd have to get some equipment for that, and we could recoup probably a substantial amount of money. Sugar beets are the sugar beets themselves I don't think are worth tons, but the volume of them that comes off the field would be good. So anyways, then we can purchase some cattle and that kind of stuff. So. That was a long-winded way of saying I think we're going to be moving here to the Saxlingham area. Details to be determined. I've told Walter, don't sell this to anybody. I think we'll be able to put it together. I did talk to his friend. A $2 million loan. I can get it for 10 years. It's an open loan, so I could pay it back in lump sums, which I would want to because at the 6% rate that I'd be financing the $2 million at, I think all said, if we just followed our scheduled payments, I think we'd be like, I think it would cost us like $700,000 in interest, which is not, I'm not really interested in that interest. But anyways, yeah. So also talking with Walter, he's got a guy that I said, man, I'll only, not that everything's contingent on this, but as part of this offer, I think I'll be looking for some work to be done on the equipment here. So these two in particular are a little bit of a problem. So I want new or nearly new or refurbished motors. I need some engine work done here. Otherwise, these things are going to be useless to us. And this Ford, I think, will just go forever as is. But anyways, so stuff going on there. I know I'm going to have to buy probably another tractor. Anyways, just things. So lot for me to chew over before I put in a final offer on when I get back to Pallegney. So I think right now, nothing left to be done. You know what? We should probably just... And there was about 500 liters in this fuel tank here. So let's just kind of slide on over here and grab ourselves some fuel. Oh, this is like express pump. And just like that, we got fuel and we didn't actually pay for it. So anyways, I think it's something we'll have to pay for eventually. So everything's packed. We're good to go. I'm going to talk to Walter. So let's just head on out of town here. We've got a, what is it, 10 now? 11, 12. So we should be getting home or back to my buddy's place around 9, 10 o'clock, I guess. Probably around 9 if everything goes well. And then we'll probably pick this up in... so the first day of January is when we'll likely pick this up in Pallegney, at which point we've got... some slur, I think. So just talking to my friend, he said, look, he'll set up a spreader for us. So we just got to pick it up at the store. But he said, yeah, please, man, if you don't mind, just get the whatever slurry, whatever manure is there, get it out on the fields. We'll take a look around and see if anybody needs any help. And then at that point, we'll probably see if Walter's good with whatever we have in mind for the move. And then I guess we'll be starting the next series here in Saxlingham. I can't get over how dark it is. That's going to be a big challenge for me. I'll try not to complain about it a lot. Well, let's just blast through this. Ready? All right, we didn't get any warnings. Let's see. Is the water level still the same? Was that? I want to say, was it at a meter before? Or no, we were on the same 1 foot. I don't know. I'm getting wet. That's all I know. But anyways, let me get this drive out of the way, and I will see you back en français. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, easy there, buddy. Jeez, getting past already here. Man, I got in pretty late last night, and we're just about out of fuel, so I'm making another run down to the gas station here. Welcome back to Pallegney. I'd say that was probably with construction. I got held up trying to get to the tunnel. I think I was probably close to 12 hours drive here. So it was like 10, just after 10 o'clock, I guess, that I got back, which was enough for me. Anyways, let that fill for a second. Peugeot, eh? Anyways, we're back, and it snowed. It's dang cold. It's -4 Celsius right now. I got up to a high of 6. I'm supposed to be spreading manure and slurry today, which I'm assuming I can do onto a snowy field, but I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? This pump does not fill nearly as fast as the one on what I hope to be our new farm over there in Saxlingham. Yeah, that's enough fuel for now. No patience. $140 in fuel. We had a little bit of a boost to our bank account as our friends there in the store have been selling some of the products that they've been making, which is good. I think what we'll do is we'll probably we'll spread. Oh, there you go, sunshine coming up. We'll get the slurry and manure spread like we promised, and then we'll probably kind of pinch whatever milk the cows have produced, and maybe we'll figure out a way to go sell that just to generate a little bit of extra cash. We will, like I said, have a look around and see who... I gotta slow down. What am I doing? I'm going like 100 kilometers an hour into town here. Ugh, I'm just preoccupied, man. My brain's full of what potentially we gotta take care of. But anyways, yeah, we'll see who in town might need some help before we kind of take stock of what we have and figure out how we can make this move. I have yet to speak with Walter. I did send over a kind of an official offer for the transaction. So hopefully he accepts that. If he accepts it, I'll go through it with you guys and tell you what it could look like if we do make the move here. Well, I don't want to say if. I mean, I'm pretty good with what's been offered. If I can save any money, even better. Okay, we've got like a full trailer load here. All right, well, we may as well take this. Actually, let's go drop these medieval-looking forks off. just put these over here with the spikes. All the dangerous stuff can stay over here for now. I don't think cruising through town with these forks on the front is a good idea. We'll go take this milk up to the supermarket, as they will pay us for it. And there may be a little bit of milk still left in the animal enclosure there. Oh my gosh, it's slippery, man. And we will, yeah, we'll sell what we can right now, and then hopefully maybe some of the snow will melt, and then we can, oh, wait, wrong side of the road. And then we can yeah, we can get all of the fertilizer and slurry down, or the manure and slurry down. We do have I called up the store, and indeed there are a couple trailers up there that we can go pick up. So this trailer is one of the things we have to determine whether or not we want to bring it with us. I don't know that we will. I mean, this trailer was inexpensive. We may just sell it before we leave. We'll have to take a look. Like, I think our little, almost $4,000. I think we'll probably sell this trailer. We'll probably sell our spreader. We will likely sell our little luggage buggy, whatever. We'll probably sell that. Yeah, there's a few things I think we'll offload before we make the run back. Obviously, we're going to take our tractor. I have a cultivator now. I'll have to, I guess, decide whether or not that's something we want to bring. But I did a good job not really purchasing much here, with the thought, obviously, that we'll be moving, so we don't have to transport a lot of stuff. Yeah, because what do we have? We have the transport truck. Oh, we got our mower. Definitely want to hang on to that. Yeah, so we don't have too much to worry about, actually, which is good. All right, so let's just take this additional 1,000 liters to the store. As we just saw, it's going to be worth a couple dollars. I'm excited to make the move. I am a little sad to see this area go. I really would have been happy, I think, at that sheep farm on the hill, but I just wonder in time, it's like this is one of these opportunities. You've got somebody who's willing to cut a check for $2 million. I mean, granted, you're going to have to then pay that back, but you're sort of getting that opportunity to really go bigger, I guess, and hopefully, turn this investment into really a springboard for us to get back to North America. Because if let's say we take our farm, we spend whatever. Let's say Walter says, okay, yeah, you're good at $900,000. Well, let's say we spend that, we end up purchasing some more property. We work the land, we grow the farm, and then eventually we want to turn around. We want to turn around and sell it. Hopefully, we get out of it more than what we put into our investment, and then we head overseas to where sort of our final spot will be, I guess. Hopefully, I don't make any mistakes along the way. Oh shoot! You know what? I did say let's sell this trailer. Let's go take this up to the store. We'll see what they'll give us for this milk trailer here, because I don't anticipate moving any more milk over. The team's not really processing it very quickly, and probably shouldn't just keep selling my friend's milk out from under him when he's got a business here that he could sell it at. So let's just go see what they want for this. See what they'll give us for this trailer, and then we can pick up one of the spreaders. But yeah, anyways, hopefully we can create enough of a bankroll that when we do need to make an investment back in North America, that we're sitting good. Because but anyways, we'll have some spending to do when we do arrive over in Saxlingham there. Harvesting equipment. I do want to we'll likely buy a brand new tractor. We may spoil ourselves. Moving to the UK, I can think of one brand specifically that we should probably cut a check for. We'll see if we can make something work maybe before we reveal what it is, but you may be able to figure it out anyways. Give it the old repaint. Almost $3,000. Perfect. Okay, well, let's grab one of these. So I guess we'll see how far this stuff takes us, because if you think about it, I don't think I can put... Oh, wait, I gotta wait on this. I don't think I can put slurry and manure in the same field in the same month, right? And this is, I guess, assuming I'm even going to be able to put anything down. Yeah, I'm going to need one of these when we get to Saxlingham, I think. This thing is a beast. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, I should look. I didn't look. And then we almost died. Let's put the beacons and the four-ways on for some extra safety here, as really I think people need to be protected from me. I don't need to be protected from them. Alright, so let's go fill this thing up, and then we'll see if the fields will accept the material. I think we basically have like I don't think we can do the grass because the grass is growing already, right? Is that how that works? Alright, it would appear as though we may be fertilizing the field, which is good. Honestly, I don't think this is going to last very long. We fit 18,000 liters into this trailer. There was only 28,000 liters in the slurry pit. We may get one field done. I don't know, I'll try to be as economical as I can with this stuff. Oh, see, we may actually make it all the way around. Or, well, sorry, it looks like we'll make it all the way around, but we may get more field coverage than I thought. So I'll give you the details on the offer that I gave Walter. So I've asked him for so I offered him $900,000. The whole package was what he had initially quoted me was $1 million. I've asked him for so he had some guys that could do some work for us on the Merlot and the Mercedes. So I've asked for new motors in both. So I'd like to see 0 engine hours. I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll see what they can dig up. I mean, I know they can order new motors, so we'll see what we can get there. And then I've put an offer contingent on obviously being able to purchase the farm on that piece of land behind it. That I don't want to disclose that yet. I kind of want to find out what's going to happen first. But let's just say it's for less than the asking price. So what I'd like to see is that we get the farm and we get that piece of land. I'll tell you, it's $350,000. I put the offer in for there. So if we can pick the whole entire package, the beet field, the farm, and the equipment with the new motor, our $2 million loan, obviously secured against all of that, I guess. It's 6%. But if we've essentially end up cutting a check for 1.25 and we're left with what would that be, $750,000 plus whatever we still have in the bank. We should be all right. I've got my eyes on a tractor that will likely run about 220, and then I was doing some math. There's that field that I want to purchase has it's full of beets. Now, in order to get I could lease the equipment it's going to take to harvest the beets. We got to defoliate them, I guess, and then we have to pull them out of the ground. It's about $100,000, I think, to get a kind of the entry level equipment for that. A sort of defoliator and a harvester, I guess would be the terminology. So that's a lot of money. I could lease it, but when I do the math and try to guesstimate the amount of time it's going to take to harvest that field, it's going to be we may as well probably just buy the stuff and then either hang on to it for a bit in case we have the opportunity. Is that an opportunity? The nightmare that is, harvesting beets. We may be able to utilize that stuff again. If not, then we should be able to sell it. And I just think that by the time we buy it and then sell it, we're probably still going to be ahead of the game compared to what we would have had to spend if we were going to lease it. So we'll see. I don't think we're going to see anything used. I asked the store there. I said, look, keep your eyes open for anything, but I couldn't make any commitments because I don't know if we're going to be able to buy that field for what I want to buy it for, and the whole farm and everything. So we'll see. So that's kind of the whole commitment. 1.25 if I can get in there and get things. That's so much money, anyways. And then and then this big hefty loan. I want to say, I don't have it in front of me, but I want to say the loan payments would amount to something like $20,000 a month or something like that. I can't remember specifically what it was, but it ain't cheap. I can tell you that much. I just think though that if we've got some cash on hand, then at least or in hand or whatever, at least we can kind of sustain ourselves for a little while. I know there's some sort of field prep that I'd want to do. There's some trees in that I'd want to take out in order to kind of expand our fields. So there'll be some money to be made there. But anyways, a lot of work and like, so if we get in there, likely we get in there for like February, I guess. By the time we can really kind of get ourselves rolling, and at that point we've got kind of a month before. Well, let's say we get that beet field harvested, then we've essentially got till March before a lot of the crops would go in the ground. I really would have no intention of planting any kind of a root crop. I would only be looking at probably something. I may if we're able to pick up that beet field, my thought is that we'd probably end up rotating like oats or barley and grass like we've done in the past, where we kind of like alternate like that. So that would be kind of the thought there. So I think the oats would need to be planting in March for harvest in like June, and then when we're harvesting that, we would then be putting grass in the field after that. So now, saying that, we likely could also maybe sell one of the grass fields that are part of the package, but don't tell Walter that. You know what, we'll put that where the cultivator is. Let's do this. Let's go sell this cultivator, because nobody's going to need any field cultivator right now. I guess I should check that first. No, that's not true. There is one contract for cultivation. That is up on the other side of the valley. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. Let's just move this out of the way. We'll get the Fiat and we'll go do that. So we'll grab this spreader first. Then we'll head up there and go do that cultivation contract. There you go. Pick up an extra $9,000. That's not bad. So that $9,000, and then we sell the cultivator. We might have $200,000 in the bank before we leave, which would be awesome. Plus, then we got the spreader and the little truck there. Okay, well, let's go get the manure spreader. Well, this is one shiny red Pottinger manure spreader. It's got the beautiful wooden inset floors. I love they call it the Pottinger twist. I think the twist is that it's gonna stink. But yeah, it's a good looking manure spreader. Good taste. Apparently, this thing was only like $20,000, so we may want to keep these in mind, or this in mind, for when we make the move. There we go, 1,200 liters at a time. Shoot. we'll put it in here. All right, I think this is full now, so let's go take this out to the field and see what we can do. Might just... yeah, 11,000 liters. So maybe we'll just take this down to the big field and start there. And just like that, we are throwing turds for the greater good. So I got a text message while I was loading there from Walter to give him a call. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably get this fertilizer down. I'd like to probably... I think I can get this fertilizer down and then knock out the cultivation contract before lunch, at which point we will probably head inside to warm up, and then we can give Walter a call and figure out what's going on.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl.
All right, just giving this thing a quick wash here before we go take it up to the dealership to see what we can get for this cultivator. I took a couple contracts. There was actually 3 contracts that I did to the tune of about almost $20,000. I kept looking at this. I just kept looking at this cultivator, thinking, well, I wonder if I could just bring it. But you know what? I mean, the nice thing about cultivators is there's so many, and there's always something on sale. So rather than trying to take up more space, I don't know. You know what? We should find out what this thing is worth, maybe, and then decide whether we're gonna sell it. I don't know. Maybe it'll fit on the truck. Let's just eyeball the trailer over here for a second before I go and sell this. I don't know. I'm so on the fence because we're gonna sell the little cart. We're gonna sell the spreader. I want to take the mower. No, this is not gonna fit. Yeah. By the time I get the tractor. Look, there's the tractor and the cultivator. If the weight sat in between those, the ramp, maybe the mower could sit up there. You know what? Yeah, okay, let's do this. Have a little indecision. Let's put this aside. We'll take our little luggage cart up to the store, and we'll take our spreader up to the store. Man, this Fiat's gonna have... Where did we first get? We first got this Fiat, in Oakbridge. Then we brought it to Poland. Now it's in France, and it'll be going back to the UK. This is one thing that I don't think I'm going to sell anytime soon or ever. As cool as this thing is, I mean, we essentially bought it for apple moving. Remember, we were taking apples from our apple orchard to our... Oh, we were taking the crates of apple juice, I think, to our little market stand. But I think we're just going to see if we can't find a home for this thing here in Pallegney at the store. Many back and forths with Walter while I was out in the field cultivating. So I think we have come to a conclusion. I think we have now officially struck a deal. the details of which I will share with you when we move, when we officially move, which will be in, we'll be in the next episode. This will be this, and it'll actually end up being episode 1 of the new series, which is going to be Saxlingham /UK based. So that would mean that this would be the last episode here in Pallegney for now. I mean, our friend will likely need help again at some point, and being that it's only a 10-hour drive, maybe we'll come back and visit or something. But this farm will be his responsibility, and we'll be at our place in the UK. Here, let's go see what this thing's worth. Okay, well, I'm not really gonna care about the repaint. So the spreader is worth almost $3,000. Ooh, almost $6,000 for this hunk of junk. Take it, we're up to 212 now. And we gotta walk back. I don't think I ever noticed there was an entrance over here. Or maybe this is an exit. Anyways, yeah, so in regards to, let's see, what can I tell you right now about Saxlingham that, let's jump over here. Without getting into too much detail, I can tell you that originally when I showed you what our opportunity looked like, it was a combination of the farm, 2 grass fields, and a wheat field. I mentioned that, so there was another field, turns out. It was a smaller field right next to the wheat field that I misunderstood. I didn't realize that it was marked on the survey. So there's that field also, and then basically got a deal going with the neighbor at a reasonable price for that field of beets. So I won't necessarily get into what the total dollars are. We'll go through that when we make the move, but yeah, it's going to work out pretty good. Also, the vehicles, Walter's, oh, you know what? Let's get the forage wagon and get that sold. We'll use the cloths. So Walter's got somebody working on the vehicles right now. So by the time I get back, they're going to be, he said substantially improved. I guess this was the words he used. What exactly that means, I'm not sure, but I'm anticipating far fewer engine hours on the Merlot and the Mercedes, the Unimog. So yeah, I'm anticipating some big improvements there, and I did say, you know, while you're at it, if you could just get them serviced, that would be great. Greased, you know, get the alignments done, make sure the oil's fresh, everything there. Which I guess if they're doing motor work, the oil's going to be new anyway. So that's going to be good. So by the time we roll in there, which I guess, what is it right now? It's the first day of January. Basically, I think we're going to get some of our duties done on the farm here today, and then probably make our way there. And then next, I guess the first full day of the second day of January will be our travel day, really. And we'll probably get out of here as early as we can to see if there's a little bit of time maybe left in the last day of January before we roll into February. Well, we'll probably get there and do some shopping and sign some paperwork, and yeah, could be good. I've got to, like I mentioned, I've got to purchase a tractor. It looks like we are going to put that beet field together, so I'm going to have to get the equipment in order to take the beets out of the ground, which, again, I don't think I'm as on the fence. I definitely think I'm going to just purchase the equipment. I mean, I'm not going to get into the habit of just buying things for the sake of buying things. I can promise you that, because we'll have no money before we know it, and I won't be able to make payments on the loan, and I kind of like my kneecaps, working, not broken. So we don't want to go crazy, but I do need some stuff, and that beet harvesting stuff in particular is going to be. I think it's going to pay for itself if we can get the the beats off the field that pay for that equipment, then I guess it sort of did pay for itself, right? All right, so let's repair this for $2,000. I'm not repainting it for $7,700. $21,498. All right, up to $232. Okay, I'd like to make sure that the animals are all topped up here, because it looks like it's basically, if we're on the road for the first day of January, my buddy's getting back right at the starting of February there, so the animals won't be alone for too long. He does have somebody that's going to be able to come and check on them while there's a bit of a day gap there, but I mean, we were just gone for a little bit there ourselves, and there was no big issue, so we should be fine. They're going to miss this little town, but like I said, it's only 10-ish hours away, so it's not like it's impossible for us to come back and visit if we wanted to. The Porsche. We're going to hang on to the Porsche. I should get it away from the house so I don't forget it. I just noticed it as we were driving by. Let's check on these guys first. What's up, ladies? Yeah, you're really spitting out the eggs there. Yeah, they haven't even gone through half the food that... oh, that's my trailer too. Shoot. Yeah, we bought that trailer. I don't want to just give it away. Let's go deal with this wheat. What the hell? Did you see that? Did you guys just see that chicken teleport itself to the yard there? Alright, we'll top these guys up. Oh, I thought I could just leave that here. Well, you know what? I'll put the rest of this wheat in the silo for my friend there, so that way if he needs it later, he's got it. I'll just have to let him know, because it's going to be hard to notice 200 liters of wheat in the silo. This trailer can't be worth much. Do we pay $1,000 for it? I don't even know if we paid $1,000 for this little trailer. It was originally, I originally thought I would use it to get groceries with the Porsche, but then we loaded it up with wheat and never really used it for groceries. Okay, let's, yeah, it's almost $1,000. $233. Well, the only way I can see that going up right now without signing paperwork will be if the crew sells anything out of the store there. But it is after 3 o'clock right now, so how much longer they'll be working for the day, I don't know, but that's all good. Alright, so let's think about this. We sold what we need to sell. We have we need to feed the animals. Everything should be buttoned up nicely here. We'll make sure all the doors are locked and the lights are off, I guess, when we leave in the morning. So, okay, well, let's load the animals up. We'll grab some bales. Uh-oh. What's going on with the spike here? I must have hit it with something and not realized. Let's see if I can use the other arms there to grab it. My guess is I hit it with the manure spreader when we were backing up, the way that's looking. I'd love to take that manure spreader with me. There you go. So we could throw a couple bales of silage in there for food. That would work. And maybe one bale of straw, and then they can work their way through that. So let's go grab a couple bales here. Maybe we'll be smart about this. Did we do this last time? I don't think we put a weight on, did we? Let's ask the magic storage unit for some silage and some hay. Not silage and hay, we want silage and straw. One straw bale. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I think we did this before. Even with the weight, we're a little bit heavy in the front. And it looks like we might be getting out of here just in time if it's going to snow here. We have nothing really to clean up the yard. Same with over there in the UK. I don't really have a plow or anything, so we're probably going to have to look into something like that. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's try that again. I don't want to put it back. I want to take it with me. So I'm guessing, yeah, okay. So the straw, even though there's more leaderage in the straw, I think it's quite a bit lighter than the silage. Alright, so that should probably use up most of that bale. I don't honestly remember where I had to put it last time, but we'll just let the cows figure that out. So there you go, cows. You're welcome. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to give this thing a wash. We'll go take a walk around, make sure that we didn't forget something else. Like I almost forgot the forage wagon and then our little trailer there at one point. But, I mean, as a courtesy, we should probably wash this thing off for my friend there, so at least he gets back and he has a clean tractor. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, none of this stuff was clean when we showed up. We'll sneak the Porsche out of here, jam the cloths in here, and then we'll go take a walk around and make sure that we didn't miss anything. Take the Porsche to its new home in the UK. So we don't really have the same quaint little village there in Saxlingham. It's a little bit more of a wide open rural community. So how much we're gonna get out of the Porsche, I don't know, but we can definitely have it and admire it. I mean, I can see like a ATV or something being more practical. Okay, so this area has all of the stuff that was here when we got here. There's nothing to worry about in this area. The chickens are still making eggs, but we don't care about that. The cows are now taken care of. There's nothing over there. I had tried to buy my friend's truck, but that didn't work, so that's okay. We don't need it. We gotta stop trying to buy old stuff and buy some new stuff. The harvester could really use a cleaning, but I'm not gonna worry about that, I don't think. Pop down here. He'll have some fields to mow when he gets back. Still 10,000 liters of silage in here. Give that to his cows. Alright, nothing to worry about down here. So I think we probably just get our truck loaded. Yeah, let's just tuck this over here for a second. We'll get the truck loaded, and then I think we need a good night's sleep before our long drive in the morning. If I could get up and leave at like if I could do the same thing we already did and leave at like 2 a.m., that was great because it left me like a good chunk of the day. Even though, man, was I ever tired. So we'll see if we can jam this thing up near the cab. Which means I just had to back up. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to back this up there without it hitting the trailer, but we'll see. Oh yeah, there was just enough clearance. Yeah, let's see how far up this I can jam this. Oh shoot, you know what the problem is though? I can't put this down like this, can I? Yeah, we're selling this thing. I can't drive like this. And I'm not putting it sideways because it's just going to take too much room. Alright, we're going to be... I didn't even realize that. Yeah, we're going to be on the hunt for a cultivator. Alright, well, whatever. You know what? That's not the end of the world. Let's go sell this. I mean, it's a 6-meter cultivator. 6 or 6.6 meter. It was a good deal, but there will be more deals. So we'll go there with the Fiat, the mower, and the Porsche, as well as our flatbed and the truck, and that'll be the extent of our equipment over there. And then we could likely sell the truck and maybe the trailer because... I mean, in that area, unless we have some opportunities for fields that aren't near our sort of setup there, but I mean, really, when you've got harvesters and I mean, those are back road country roads, you can drive your harvester, get a header trailer. Yeah, we can probably sell that truck and trailer when we get there. I'm just worried. I don't want to run out of cash and be in a bad spot. I will likely, hit up some of the local farmers to see if anybody needs help, but I honestly want to spend more time on our own endeavors rather than chasing contracts around. So, they will be a part of what we do there, but not to the extent that we've seen in some places we've been, like Poland and Oakbridge, for example. Okay, so what's this thing worth? I don't even remember what I paid for this. All right. So as excited as I am for this move, it is dawning on me that our first activity there will be harvesting sugar beets, which will be a first for me. I can't honestly remember harvesting beets. As you all know, that I have avoided root crops like the plague, but our exciting new adventure looks like it's going to begin with what is likely going to be an all-day mission to harvest beets, which doesn't sound very awesome, but we will definitely be utilizing some of the local workforce to help us out because I can't do that by myself. Sounds like we might have a harvester going and maybe two people carting, one of which would probably be me. But all right, well, let's see if we can put the Porsche up on the top, of which I might need the forklift actually for this, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is going to fit on the ramps. If this doesn't fit on the ramps, we got to get the forklift. Not the forklift, but the cloths with the pallet forks. Yeah, I think these front wheels might be a bit narrow. Let's just try one thing that might be a little bit daring, a little bit controversial, a little bit dangerous. But if I can get the back wheels on and at least one of the front wheels, I imagine this is like a crawler technique. There you go. That is exactly what I was hoping for. If I just edge that up and oh yeah, come on, lift, don't get stuck. That one wheel's getting stuck. Oh man, if old man Ferdinand Porsche or whatever his name is saw this, he would not be happy. So on the other end, we'll be able to use the Merlot. The Merlot? The Merlot. I don't know, I gotta figure out how to say that, so it doesn't sound like I'm talking about a glass of wine every time. Although some of you might prefer that. Alright, somehow we got the loader arms kind of like shoehorned in here. I don't remember putting these here. Oh, I never noticed we had seeds here. I don't think we put any seeds in the ground, did we? We never bought seeds. I guess that's why the loader arms were there, to remind us that we had seeds available. If this goes well, I'll be able to lift this little guy up and put him on the back of that trailer. Hopefully doing no additional damage. Trying to find the balance point here. I remember our old beautiful antique Volvo, lifting that when we were still in Poland. I managed to nail that one. We got the balance point perfectly for that. Yeah, there you go. This looks like it'll work. Which is usually when it falls apart, right? 2 straps and we're good. Man, we'll be the envy of everyone on the highway as we cruise by with that little beauty. I should stop parking this thing. It seems like every time I do, I need it for something else. Okay, 4:30. So I'm gonna get the Fiat parked up, and then we're going to go make ourselves some soup. Make sure we got all of our clothes packed up, and then yeah, and then we're going to bed. And then the next stop for us is going to be the long drive to our new home. If I remember, I don't think I can get up there with the weight like this, can I? I might be able to put it on the back, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hits the trailer. Yeah. This might be a bit of a disaster trying this, but I think I can connect this way. Because it doesn't look like the mower doesn't require like the 3 points of the 3-point hitch or whatever. It looks like it just requires that kind of like little bit of a pin hitch there. Yeah. I think I'm going to take those couple inches back so I can keep the front of this Fiat away from the Porsche. Okay, that's good. So what are we doing for fuel here? We don't have any fuel. So we're going to get fuel out of the way on the way out of town, I guess, in the morning. And yeah, that's what we're leaving with. So we're leaving with we're leaving with our truck, our trailer, our Porsche, and our Fiat with the mower, and some good memories here on the farm. So let's just keep this out of the weather. Can we get this underneath this cover here? If I can get this in here, then we're laughing, because by the morning, if it does snow, we'll be clear. I'll probably got to run down for fuel now. Let's do that as we say our au revoirs. I don't know if at 2 a.m. that gas station is going to be open. I can almost guarantee that it's not going to be. I kind of like to drive this around as little as possible here, but I think it's kind of a necessity that we get fuel. I wish I had thought about this before I loaded this trailer, but anyways, so yeah, so with that, folks, this will be the 5th episode and the last episode of this micro series here on Pallegney and my friend's farm. I think we did a good job for him. We made him some money, obviously. I think we made him quite a bit of money. I mean, it's not as much money that as he would have made had he harvested the soybeans and then stored them for future sale. But you know what? And I mean, we did kind of steal some milk too and sell that, just because we were kind of, you know, scrounging for cash, even though we didn't necessarily need to. Yeah, I think we put some money in his pocket. His animals didn't die, and we've managed to kind of keep some activity. Not to mention the added security of just having somebody doing something around your farm while you're not there is also pretty important. So I would say that this our trip through France as we were fleeing Poland has been a success. And yeah, I guess our next step is to saddle ourselves with far too much debt and head out on our new endeavor. So with that, I am going to say farewell, adios, au revoir, goodbye, sayonara, and we'll pick this up again in the next installment in this saga, which is a trip around Europe, as we explore many of the areas and all it has to offer and whatever else we're talking about. All right, guys, with that, thank you very much, and I will see you later.